Oh no. I've reached hell. I've reached the worst room in the game. It's not the ones where bad things are happening to people. It's not the 500 other things. No, it's the room where there's a weird droning background atmosphere sound, but also two songs are playing at the same time from one in each ear. Oh, the one on my right. I think the one on my right ear quieted down. Maybe it'll come back? Oh, it's gone. Or which ear was that? I don't know. But there was definitely two songs playing at once. You can't trick me. I know there was. Yeah, let's just walk into the room where the person died. That always makes me feel good about things. Feel really safe right about now. I think you do you even have to go through here? I don't like that. I heard a sound. Can I unhear that sound, please? The Vita Chamber. They really do just stick around, even if you turn them off. They're just there, taunting you. I was looking back because I wanted to be sure about the legacy of that item and stuff like that. And as far as I can remember... Oopsie. I believe Vita Chambers are still in the second game, and also in the third game. I don't remember if there was a Vita Chamber or if Elizabeth just saves you, or I'm just thinking of Prince of Persia there, because the Prince of Persia game... There's like a spree here. So... In 2000, there's probably a bunch of other examples too, but in 2006 we had Prey, a game where every time you died you went to a spirit realm and shot like Native American spirits with your bow or whatever the hell, and then that determined how much health and energy you had when you came back to life, at which point you would come back to life with basically no penalty, I believe. Meaning the game essentially had no challenge, just kind of an annoyance. Then we had this game in 2007, where every time you die, you respawn in a Vita Chamber, and then everything's just the same. You don't even lose progress, you just have to go back to where you died and go fight them again, which is, I don't even know what that looks like in universe. Then in 2008, we had Two Human. Two Human was a game, it was a top-down, isometric-ish RPG by a now defunct studio. I think they got into an Epic Games lawsuit or something over Unreal, and now they're gone. I think they also made X-Men Destiny, and that was when the lawsuit was over. In Two Human, every time you died, Valkyries would come down from the sky and they'd revive you, and then you just go back to fighting as if nothing happened, if I remember correctly. Then in 2009, every time you fell off a ledge or something, or lost to an enemy, you would be saved by your princess companion in Prince of Persia. And so that, like, there was a very let's not have any game over screens era for a while there. Prince of Persia is kind of an exception in that I support what they did there, because in Prince of Persia's case, all they really did was there was penalty. If you lost during a fight, then you and your enemy, you would regain all your health, but also the enemy would regain all their health. Essentially, they were just restarting the fight without having to do a loading screen. And if you fell off a cliff during a platforming section, you'd be taken back to the beginning of the platforming section. So you always were like, it was always like a no, do it right thing, where you lost all your progress at the very least. It was just kind of a shortening of the process to make it less aggravating. Hello. Bullets are probably not the best approach to that. I had that whole little rant, and then I take one step and immediately there's strange people trying to murder me. That's what I thought, there was someone around here. There we go. Now inject. But for real this time. It is worth noting, though, that of course the real reason that this game has this is not because it's part of a larger trend, but because it's based on its inspirations. Bioshock 2, both in name and design and even story structure and plot points and game mechanics and everything else about it, takes very, very, very strongly after System Shock 2, the game that you guys had me play like last year or the year before. The whole time I was playing that, I was like, oh my god, it's Bioshock. Oh my god, this is all in Bioshock. Bioshock, how many ideas did you have that were new? Because it's actually a little alarming how many things from this game are in System Shock 2. How you guys doing down there? Now, can I shock both of them? So far, my attempts to shock water have not been successful, to the point where I'm wondering if maybe I need to have like a special upgrade that allows that kind of behavior that I don't have yet or something. Because that could be the case. I could just be assuming that power when it doesn't exist yet or something.
If you spot a splicer in the water, hit him with the electrobolt.
Nope. That's them explaining to do the thing I've tried before. Alright. Oopsie. There we go. A little wasteful of my ammo. Were they dead already or not? Was that wasteful in general because they were dead already? I don't know. I don't know. F1, what's that saying? Oh, no, F1's just my... That's just the hotkey up there. Right. That's not a prompt to do something. But yeah, System Shock... I don't know about System Shock 1 at all. I know virtually nothing about it, aside from the fact that Shodan is presumably in it because of the fact that she seems to be a returning character in System Shock 2. But System Shock 2 had revive chambers. You would lose like 10 nanites or something like that whenever you died. And then you get revived back at the revive chamber. So you lost a minor amount of resources. I was still quick saving and quick loading like crazy, not because I was worried about the consequences of death, but because I was doing a video series and I didn't want to retrace my steps every time something bad happened. And that was a significant amount of backtracking in some cases, because... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. And that's why you don't just press E. I gotta break these habits I have from Prey to just loot everything. Because in this game you don't loot things, you equip them. Uh-oh. I don't like that. Come on down, buddy. Okay, so they just die instantly in pools of water. Good to know. Ay! Loud. Hey, buddy. Come on in, the water's fine.
They shut off access to Neptune. There's another way to get there. Head to medical. What are you waiting for? Go!
How did they not see the electric water in front of them? Are they blind from all the splicing? That was a special little mistake that person made. Go look around for a bit. He's not the boss of me. I'm allowed to explore. Bandages. Oh, they just heal you on the spot, though. You don't really have an inventory for some of the stuff. You just... Oh, well, yeah, basically, you don't have an inventory in this game, actually. You have your set of weapons, basically. And then you have your... You can have 9 healing items and 9 mana, or Eve items. Adam items? No, Eve. Like, that's why I can't pick that up anymore, as I already have 9 health kits on me. So you get 9 of each, and then you cap out. Can't carry any more. There's no inventory grid you open up in this game, unlike the other games of its genre. But yeah, System Shock 2, you would lose 10 of the, what was basically your dollars in that game whenever you died, but aside from that, lost nothing else. I believe Bioshock 2 keeps the same Vita Chambers this game has, and Bioshock Infinite also has them, but you lose like $50 or $100 based on what difficulty you're on. But that's it. It's an odd system. Prey, which takes very heavily after Bioshock and System Shock 2, just brought back death, where if you die, you die. Much like Dishonored and Dark Messiah of Might and Magic.
Oh, Christ! You're trapped! Gonna try to override the exit from here!
So tell me, friend, which one of the bitches sent you? The KGB Wolf or the CIA Jackal? Here's the news. Rapture isn't some sunken ship for you to plunder. And Andrew Ryan isn't a giddy socialite who can be slapped around by government muscle. And with that, farewell, or Das Vadanya, Jerry.
Das Vadanya. Can I get in here, please? Excuse me. Excuse me. Little help. Go, 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 go. Bye-bye. The medical pavilion. I don't know if they ever break through or not. Not in a hurry to find out, honestly. But thanks for the nice little pool of water. It was weird how shooting the pools of water up until that point were so unhelpful, but then the moment they told me about it, it was like the best feature ever, and would just mass murder people. I don't know what I was doing wrong before. Maybe the pools were too shallow or something nonsensical like that.
Now you've met Andrew Ryan, the bloody king of Rapture. Now find your way to emergency access.
As far as I'm aware, we're now in the real game. And everything back there is stuff. I think you can't go back, basically. At the very least, you can't go back through those, like, destroyed tunnels.
What's the matter, Mary? You look like you would use a boost.
I don't feel so great. I'm dizzy, I'm nauseous, and sometimes I'm even seeing things that aren't there.
That's just the
You alright?
blues, Mary. You just need to slow down a bit on the splicing. Before you know it, you'll be as right as rain. Remember, a smart splicer is a happy splicer.
Don't worry, Mary. It's not that this is like a horrible, horrible addiction that you should genuinely escape from and is going to ruin your life. You just need to learn how to manage it and pace yourself. Just words straight from Ayn Rand, basically. Great. We wouldn't want to have to remove this via some kind of government regulation. The free market will decide. No matter how many bodies it leaves in its wake. Haha.
Dr. Steinman said he'd release me today. Ryan didn't come to see me since the New Year's attack, not once. But Dr. Steinman was very attentive. He told me that once the scar tissue was gone, he was gonna fix me right up, make me prettier than any girl I've ever seen. He's sweet, all right. And so interested in my case.
Oh no, that's not like that. The AccuVox. Hello? Alright. Personal voice recorder, recording the thoughts and lives of Rapture citizens for 5 years and counting. Fountain futuristics for the city of the future. Okay, what's your deal? Where are you?
Too introverted for anyone to notice.
Who the fuck is talking? Anyway, this is where you can buy items. Like vodka and ammunition. But don't confuse this with an ammunition. I don't really need these at all. Could use some ammo. I'm a little worried about my ammo a little bit. Only 6 rounds though. Is that worth the money? I don't know. 6 is not a lot of money. I mean, not a lot of rounds. Can I hack? Hack security bots are friendly and will attack your enemies. Start hack. Pipe Dream. This is the first game I encountered Pipe Dream. Reveal tiles. Pipe segments by reveal them by find pipe segments by revealing hidden tiles. Pick up segments and swap them with other pipes to create a connected line. Guide the flow of metallic liquid to the exit pipe. The new circuit will rewire the machine for desired events. Can you rotate them in this game? I don't remember. Where's the exit? Over there. Okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What? Go. Oh, increase flow speed. There we go. Right, that was the time limit. Is it slowly fills in with the liquid, and once it fills in, if it catches up with the current end of your path you're drawing, then that means that you fail. I remember that now. That's why it was going slowly. But you can just you can do the equivalent of pressing down in Tetris eventually and be like, I did it. Just go. Hi, friend. Can you murder things for me? My favorite thing about you is how you don't cost me any resources, and you will shoot things, saving me money and ammunition. Get him! Get him! Oh, there's someone upstairs shooting at her. Are you gonna shoot them? Oh, things are not gonna go well for her. Nope. Ow. There we go. Did you need like a goddamn invitation or something? They're not very bright. Oh well.
All those years of study, and was I ever truly a surgeon before I met them? How we plinked away with our scalpels and toy morality. Yes, we could lop a boil here and shave down a beak there, but could we really change anything? No. But Adam gives us the means to do it. And Ryan frees us from the phony ethics that held us back. Change your look, change your sex, change your race. It's yours to change. Nobody else's.
Where am I right now? I'm in the medical area. That's Neptune's bounty over there. Neptune's bounty is up there, so I'm probably here? Welcome center. I'm probably there then. Because it doesn't say medical anything.
The parasite hates three things: free market, free will, and free man.
Thanks, Ayn Rand. Thanks for checking in. Good to know you're still there. Hey, isn't there like an irony to having wheelchairs? Is there an irony, like if everyone's supposed to be up by their own bootstraps and everything, isn't there like an irony to like using wheelchairs made by somebody else to support yourself in this society? Almost like, you know, communities have like a reliance upon each other, and that's how people survive collectively. You know, almost as if like we developed tribes and social circles and everything at a very early part of history because we needed to survive amongst all the much more dangerous animals and whatnot in society. Oh well. That's fine. Just fuck everybody else, right? That's smarter. Would you like a hint? No, I'm exploring. Quiet. That's not good. Excuse me.
If you want to use the emergency access, you'll be needing Dr. Steinman's key.
Hi.
He's the one that runs this place. But I don't expect him to hand it to you out of the milk of human kindness. Steinman ain't that kind. And frankly, I'm not even sure he's still human.
Really, somebody in this place might not be into like the milk of human kindness. You're surprising me here. There's medical. Come out, come out. This is where it helps to have some help. Hey, what do you don't go out there. Okay, no, he's finding targets. We can see you, you know. Oops, I accidentally healed myself. That won't work for long, huh? Prove it. Ow. Rude. Stop that. That won't work for long. Get him, get him, get him, get him. This is illegal. Not good at flying, are you? I take it things have quiet down. Alright. A loot box. Oh yeah, this game can only handle so many corpses, so eventually it'll despawn the corpses and give us a loot box. And that'll just be a corpse that the game has despawned. I remember that. It doesn't want to make you lose the items on the body, but that's a lot of bodies to keep around that might be ragdolling and whatnot eventually, so they just turn into boxes just on the floor hanging out. How many people did you get, friendly? Access denied. This water's not electrified, is it? No. So we're not getting in there for now. That's not a good sound. Not my best circle strafing. machine gun rounds. I didn't realize that was what was under there. Neat. I believe I've checked. Oh, no, there's a body I haven't checked already. Clicks every time you try to reload. Alright, I'm trying to go in there, but upstairs. So as per usual for the genre, it's all about collecting stuff and managing your resources. So if you fire a bunch of bullets, get ready to have to deal with the fact that you're out of bullets. So that you have a use for that melee weapon they give you at the beginning, and you want to keep an eye out. And if you the shock and melee little combo is very useful, but also like hacking allies to kill things for you means you save ammo. And if you run out of ammo, then you got to deal with the consequences. This is a good time to save. I've cleared an entire area. Let's make sure we don't have to do that again. I don't remember if there's auto-saving ever in this game. There might not be because of the whole Vita Chamber thing. They might have not bothered. Like, well, who needs checkpoints and saving if the game's going to just throw you back to a Vita Chamber every time you die? So just in case, I want to be careful and make sure I'm saving. Otherwise, I'll have a very heartbreaking death, which will probably still happen at least once. Steinmans, we care for you. Beaten by a nose? Offers a comprehensive rhinoplasty service.
You promised me pretty, Steinman. You promised me pretty. Now look at me. Look at me.
Are you being naughty to people's faces, Mr. Steinman? I do quite like having a little companion to go around with. It's just nice. This game has these flying robobots. I think you can hack like turrets and cameras too. And the cameras, well, I think the cameras are turrets in this game actually. Reminds me of the turrets you have in Prey later on.
You keep an eye peeled for Steinman. The daft bastard set up shop in the surgery wing. You want to find him? Just follow the blood.
So this game, I think this was the game that really popularized environmental storytelling. It was a thing already. I mean, for starters, the other System Shock games and stuff like that. But, dear lord, once Bioshock came out, we started seeing a lot of, like, blood and paint just on the walls, graffiti everywhere, non-stop, like, text documents, and especially audio logs and video games. Like, this is kind of the game that popularized it for a while, and in fact, that really hasn't changed since. And, like, none of it was new, but it's why the stuff took off for a while. And, to be fair, it's because it's done really well. Like, the audio logs in this game are so much better than the ones in System Shock 2. Just performance-wise, like, they're evocative and emotional and interesting and have characters that I remember remembering. It helps that there's a little picture for each one, usually, to help you tell them apart. But also, like, yeah, like, the audio logs tell a story arc. They're usually performed well, or if not amazing, even if the voice acting is not incredible, at the very least it's like evocative and emotional and campy or something. So like I got engaged and it's involved in the individual character stories and what was going to happen to them and stuff like that. Where in Bioshock, in System Shock 2, I was playing through and I was having trouble even remembering. I'm like, oh, which person was this? Whenever a new audio log would come up or a new email or something from a particular character, it was hard to keep them all straight. And a lot of their stories were just less interesting, unfortunately. But now you can't you can't go 5 steps without more environmental storytelling in every single goddamn game you play now, which is probably a change for the worse, because a change for the better, because it means that it encourages players to pay attention to their surroundings and the environment around them and question them and think about them, as opposed to just running down a bunch of random hallways, and I welcome that.
New problems for the professional. As your tools improve, so do your standards. There was a time I was happy enough to take off a wart or two, or turn a real circus freak into something you can show in the daylight, but that was then, when we took what we got. But with Adam, the flesh becomes clay. What excuse do we have not to sculpt and sculpt and sculpt until the job is done?
Above all, do no harm. I don't know if that's written by Steinman or if it's directed at Steinman as like an irony. That's what the second is what I would kind of guess. Oh. There's a mistake here. I've never noticed this before. This is a mistake. This is supposed to be on a wall. This was made. This is a texture that was made to put on a wall as like a reference. I mean, you know, like right there or something. Because you can tell because all the paint is running in the same direction. But like we're on flat ground here, at least mostly flat ground, and like that, it definitely wouldn't run that uniformly in that direction all at once and that strongly, unless it was supposed to. It was drawn to be on a wall and it would be running downward. Huh. It's also a little suspicious how it's by this seemingly infinite source of water that somehow isn't spreading but also isn't destroying the message and so on. They put it here because that plus the spot, like this is obviously a super evocative image right here. The creepy surgery pictures, the bloody thing, it's insane. Well, like while it was evocative and surprising at the time, when you go back, when you see this now, it's hard not to see it as being like a little comical. It looks like a museum piece, right? In fact, when I was in the main menu, there is a museum in this game, which maybe we'll give a little tour through that at some point, but like, this looks like a museum piece. This doesn't look like environmental storytelling quite as much, because now things have kind of gotten more naturalistic, and this is kind of schlocky by comparison to modern standards, which, you know, it's an 11-year-old game, so it happens, but it's funny. It's funny. I've never noticed that before. People get mad at me about that sometimes, but the inherent trap of environmental level design and storytelling, I mean, is that the more you put the stuff in here to tell a story, the more you encourage players to take a close look at it, and the more that encourages them to, and then in turn start noticing too much compared to what you wanted them to notice. Like at first I'm like, oh cool, look at this here, but then a moment later I'm like, who put this here? Why'd they put this here? It's like a greeting. You walk in this area and this is here, and I'm like, at first it's like a cool visual, but it's that the second wave of me being like, what the actual hell is this and why? I should probably back up on how much I'm using my powers. I only have 2. By the way, me standing still and talking about this is probably going to be the kind of playthrough where I stand still and talk about things on a regular basis. Wait, can't I sneak up on you? Yes. Buyout? I don't need buyout, I got hacking. And that one, and go. There we go. Now you're on my team. Stop shooting my other friend, please. Oh, he's on fire. Dang it. Hey, friend. How you doing? I'm a big old fan of hacking things. I'll probably specialize that if I can. I don't remember how the upgrades worked in this game at all. That's not the body that was left. That's the one. But yeah, I'll probably stop and talk about things fairly regularly because I find the historical significance of this game interesting. And also it's a game that kind of goes well with you standing still to talk about it. Because the more I run around to talk about it, the more... Ow. 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 I can't move. Shit. Okay. There it goes. But the more I move around, the more risky we are of getting into some serious shit whenever I want to talk about something and being interrupted by 100 ambushes and whatnot. But also, like, it encourages you to take a break and look at the weird shit going on around it. And it's spawned a genre of games that encourage you to take a weird look at what's going on in them. And the fact, but now that it's aged, its place has moved a little bit.